Welcome, I'm Welcome23, and you're joining me for the Rake and Recluse, Chapter 1. Hi, I'm a Colorado girl living in a Hollywood world. I write wildly original, illustrated Victorian erotic romance and hang out at a ripped bodice bookstore in California. I wrote, photographed, and published the first ever illustrated romance novel, and am queen of Studio Smex Me. The Rake and Recluse is the first book in the illustrated Lords of the Time erotic romance series. Jean LeBlanc, I believe I pronounce her correct last name correct. County Lanarkshire, United Kingdom. April 14th, 1880. Ooh! We're going back in time. Oh, we don't get to name her heroine, okay. He will never catch me. I will never go back, and I will never be his. I will die first. You tear through the wood, branches slashing at your face and hair. Bloodhounds bray in the distance, drawing closer by the moment. This is my only chance. I must run faster. Tears spill down your cheeks as you fight the barrage of low-hung branches and high-reaching roots. The sound of barking growls louder, closer. You look over your shoulder. Are they already upon me? You duck into a hollow beneath a tree. Your hands tremble as you yank at your corset, trying to loosen its suffocating laces. You can hear the sniffling of the dogs. Now, the call of the voice. No other man's voice is so terrified to me. But there's something else, a noise on the road. Is it a carriage approaching? Glimpse on the bright sunlit of a break in the tangled woods, and through it a horse-drawn carriage. My salvation, or one of his agents? There's no knowing who those people are, or whether I can trust them. Is it safe to ask them for help? The rustling of the underbrush signals the hound's approach. They're getting closer. What do I do? And she's hiding under the thing, right? I'm gonna go with trust no one, keep running. I should avoid the road. There's so many people under his influence. You turn to flee deeper into the woods, but a snarling hound blocks your path. I'd rather risk the carriage than be mauled by those teeth. The rumble of the carriage bolsters your hope as you run towards the road. And crash into a monster. It rears up on its hind legs. No, not a monster, a horse. The hound is close on your heels. It charges at you in a blur of fangs. There's a sickening crunch as the horse's hooves come down. A whine, a shriek, pain. Lord, give me a swift end. Your world goes black. Denver, Colorado. Present day. Ah, now we get to set the name. Sure, Francine. Very interesting. I mean, it's present day. Very interesting attire. We'll go with the hair that's clearly very long and it's just bunned up. You're lying in bed, staring up at your ceiling. I just need to get up. Just roll out of bed. Right now. Come on, Francine. Here we go. Getting out of bed is the first step of the rest of my life. Biggest day of my career, the biggest beginning of everything. I nail this recitation and the rest will fall into place. Husband, dog, children, fish. What about cat? Happiness. So you're not a cat person. You frown! I'm not sure what the fish has to do with it, but I know that it does. Before my parents died, we had a fish. And that was the last time I remember being really happy, so there must be something to it. Your alarm goes off. The final bell tolls. That was me this morning. You roll out of bed. Now if I could just find the right outfit. A kick-ass dress suit. So she dresses conservative. I kind of like it, because it leaves much to desire and mystery. A casual look. Understated pantsuit. This one's tough, actually. I mean, she must be going to something important. So we'll go with this. Nobody could possibly say no to this. With that done, you're feeling a lot more confident. You're about to head out the door when your phone rings. It's your assistant, Meg. Meg, I'm going to kill this thing. Seriously, I think it's my best work ever. Which is saying a lot, I know, but I really mean it. Francine. There's no way Isaac is getting that promotion over me. Not when they see this PowerPoint. It's the stuff of legends are made of. Francine. Seriously, though, they might as just put my name on the door right now. Francine and Co. That's what they should call it. Francine! Stop talking and take a breath. I was just calling to remind you to bring your father's journal. You have that meeting with the anthropologists this afternoon, remember? Oh, right. What's this meeting about again? Some professor is interested in your dad's studies on family lineages. Didn't he talk to you about it? I should... tell the truth. My parents died long before I was old enough to care about what they did for a living. I haven't touched his stuff since. I cherish the few pictures I have, but somehow reading his journal is just too much. There's a pause on the line. I can feel her pity from here. I'm beginning to regret telling her. I'm so sorry, Francine. That must have been really hard. She's so sincere, so sweet. You're suddenly glad you told her. We'll go with that. My therapist is always telling me I need to work on my trust issues. It was tough. I bounced after around a few foster homes until I turned 18 and went off to college. Dad's journal is all I have left of them. Well, that and a few pictures. You glance at the table in the front hall. On it sits a photograph of you, little you, and your parents. It was like a life out of a dream. Well, I think it's generous of you to share your father's work. I never thought of it like that. I'm sure he'd prefer I share it instead of hoarding it. It's strange that anyone's interested, though. He had some pretty crazy ideas. Your gasp on the other end of the line. Francine, look at the time. You need to get in the cab right now, or you'll miss your presentation. Oh, crap. Don't stress. I'm sure you'll be great. See you in a few? Yes, thanks. You hang up and grab your father's journal from the table in the front hall. As you look in the mirror, some of your confidence wavers. You take a deep breath. Today is the first day of my future. Climb into the back of your cab, your father's journal clutched tight in your hand. Oh, where to, miss? The law offices of Malcolm and Hoyster. You settle in your seat, losing yourself in thought. What's this anthropologist so interested in, anyway? Dad was considered kind of an oddball in his field. Family lineages, time travel, the stuff of fantasy. Maybe I should read the journal. Leave it alone. I used to sit at my dad's feet in his office as he scribbled away in this thing for hours. He had such passion for his work. I wonder if I care about mine as much as I should. The cab hits a bump in the road and the journal flies out of your hand. Photograph falls out as you go to retrieve it. It's a daguerreotype of a woman with forget-me-not eyes dressed in a classic Victorian attire. She looks so beautiful and sure of herself. You turn the picture over. The name Madeline is scrawled on the back. You stare into the woman's eyes, recognition prickling at the back of your memory. She's so familiar. It's like remembering a childhood friend I'd forgotten. What is it you have to tell me, Madeline? The cab swerves hard, the driver yells. There's a screech of metal, a wrench of pain. And then darkness. You hear before you see. A woman screaming, a man's voice, and horses. Finally, sight comes back and images flash before your eyes. Trees, dirt, hooves, a wooden wheel, and a man with a bright green eyes and thick dark hair spilling into his face as he leans over you. Miss, be still. The man's dark hair is a deep chocolate brown. You find yourself wanting to run your fingers through it. What do I do? Tell him he's pretty. Oh, sir, you're quite pretty. No! What? No! Barf on his shoes. Okay, that's even worse. Ask where he gets his hair done. Yes, do you get your hair done on the 34th Street or Main Street? The world is spinning in your stomach, rebels. All over his shoes. His very nice shoes. You roll onto your back. Oh, sorry. His brow furrows. Even as sexy as angry. Angry is sexy. Words are hard. Do not move, miss. It will be... His words fade out, but his touch remains. He caresses your hands, your face. His eyes are so warm, so concerned. Should dying be this hard? Hush, hush. Maybe he's got the right idea. Maybe I should just... You pass out. You awaken in a soft bed. You run your fingers over the silky sheets. When did I buy these new sheets? Wait, are these my sheets? Am I in someone else's bed? Maybe I got drunk after my presentation to celebrate. Did I go home with someone? Please don't be Isaac. Please don't be Isaac. You open your eyes, there's a canopy over your head. This is not the kind of place I'd expect Isaac to live. Isaac's more of a chrome and black leather guy, not lace and satin and mahogany. Mahogany bedpost. If you know where that is from, let me know in the comments. Mahogany. You sit off your head is founding. If the bed was fancy, the room is even more so, and the people in it. Who are all these people? There's a sweet-faced woman in an apron hovering nearby, her face stricken and pale. Is she some kind of old-timey maid? At the foot of the bed stands a well-dressed older man, his white comber floating in disarray. He's dorky with glasses and stethoscope around his neck. Did I come from a wedding? This reminds me too much of those mornings waking up in a new foster home. Old instincts are kicking in. I better ask them where I am. Where am I? The bedsheets fall down and you find yourselves dressed in a frilly white nightgown. Don't frighten me. Everything will be all right. Just lay back. Her words just make you sit up more. What the hell is going on? Miss Lily is right. You should rest. You took quite the blow to the head, miss. I'm afraid your clothes were ruined by the mud and horses. Mud and horses? Did I get run over by one of the tourist carriages? But we did manage to recover your diary, miss. It's right here, should you need it. Your father's diary is sitting on the nightstand. Despite everything that's going on, you breathe a sigh of relief. I'd hate to lose that last memento of my father. What am I doing here? Did the car wreck? Is the cab driver okay? Stethoscope guy gives you a alarm look. Stethoscope guy? Okay. Do you mean the carriage driver? Yes, he's fine. You're the only one with injuries. You and the dog, of course. Poor beast. Dog? Did a dog get run over in the road? What? Is that why we crashed? The doctor turns to face a darkened corner. Her speech incoherent enough. I'd worry if it wouldn't be, with her injuries. Why is he talking like I'm not here? And her wits? A man emerges from the darkened corner. He looks familiar, all dark and sexy and fancily dressed. You distinctly recall wanting to stroke his hair. But there's something off. The man from my memory didn't look nearly so cold, so mean. It's too soon to tell, Your Grace. Does the journal give us any clue to her identity? And now he's talking like I'm not here. The maid blushes at the question. I couldn't say, Your Grace, but it would look like to look. That's my father's journal. I should... I'll tell them to stop rifling through your things. Before you go digging around in my possessions, how about you tell me what's going on? You snatch the journal from the nightstand and tuck it under your pillow. I've barely figured out the secrets of the journal myself. Like hell, I'm going to let some stranger root around in it. Hot guy takes a step back, looking offended. I really hope they stop this soon. I am no thief, miss. We were merely wish to ascertain how you came to be underfoot of my carriage. You can't wrap your head around this. Everything is dizzy like a dream. I need to get out of here. I'd give anything for Isaac to be the biggest problem right now. Instead of being, maybe, possibly kidnapped by a bunch of angry cosplayers. Okay. You swing yourself out of bed and hot guy pounces forward as if to catch you. That might be dashing if there weren't a chance that he's some perverted serial killer. You sway on your feet, grabbing onto the bedpost to steady yourself, otherwise you might grab onto him. When you find your balance, you look up, you catch sight of yourself in a mirror. But the woman staring back at you isn't you. It's Madeline. Very interesting. You've completed the first chapter. I'm a little late today, guys, so I do apologize. Pretty much, I hadn't slept in a couple days. So, yeah. Finally last night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, after having a nice relaxing drink, I crashed, man, and right now my body is hurting. I woke up at 9:45 this morning, and I'm like, I gotta get up. Nope. My head went back on that pillow, and I slept until about an hour ago. I rarely sleep in. I rarely get sleep, period. But, yeah, no, my body is hurting like a butch, okay? You fill it in, just say B, and then you have an itch. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure if you do subscribe to hit that bell so you'll receive notifications when I do videos. And also head down description below. Links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Do keep in mind we have 9 more chapters of Rake and the Recluse. We have 5 chapters of Court of the Nightfall. And 6 chapters of Calendar Girl. However, I believe someone was mentioning to me that it's ending quite briefly, and I'm kind of upset about that. Mermaid and the Vampires Who Love Them, the team working on them, they've had a few illnesses this week, so they're not going to be coming out with any chapters this week. And then also Starstruck was supposed to have a chapter 21. I know how you guys look forward to that, updated chapter to keep the story, alive or give you an alternative ending. And unfortunately, they didn't release that this week like they were supposed to either, but that's fine. I mean, we're dealing with almost, 20 plus chapters in a week, so I'll take it. Without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next chapter. Peace.